morning, everybody. Another day, another set of results. And this time it is results that keep building a project that is great and continues to be great. We're reporting 12 holes, 8 from Apollo Deep, and from Apollo East, which are the most eastern parts of the project. We reported our deepest hole into that system and intersected 3.6 meters at 14.6 grams gold. So it shows the system's continuing, 80-meter down dip extension or a step out. So a very encouraging result there, but there was so much more in this press release. We also reported 4 holes from a regional along strike drilling up to 700 meters along strike to the east and west, where we're starting to understand the structural architecture and the continuity of the dike host structure. So in detail, we reported those 8 holes from Apollo. We've confirmed lots of mineralized vein sets. We've demonstrated extensions by tens of meters along strike. And like I said, those extensions down dip. So the system continues to hang together. It continues to grow and continues to be predictive with some very, very high grades, of course, that we're now familiar with seeing in this project. So overall, a very, very strong set of results once again from Sunday Creek. So let's just look at some of the drill hole results. The majority of the holes were drilled from the east to the west down to depth in the Apollo East and Apollo main systems. We drilled 174, and you'll see a lot of numbers, 174, 174B, 174B1. What does all that mean too? I think it's worth just taking a moment to explain. We drill some holes, and when they go off azimuth and dip, i.e. off where we're planning to drill them, we sometimes stop very early on because it's cheaper and simpler to re-drill the hole to get it right from the very start. Then we drilled some holes, and because these are deep holes, we drilled 174. It didn't work. We stopped that early, drilled 174B and went down for it. And then when we get down the hole and finish the hole, we come back up and we wedge off or deviate that parent hole. So in this case, 174B, we drilled a wedge off that, and that's wedge 1. But we can drill multiple wedges off the same hole. So it looks like a spider's legs off the one single hole, if you like. So we have 174B1, 174B2, a bit like bananas in pajamas. So results are from over 10s to 50, 60, 70 meters away that you can deviate these drill holes. So they're not parallel to each other. They're just utilizing the similar parent hole. So there's some very good results. The key result there was in 192, actually, which was the deepest hole, an 80-meter extension down dip, the deepest east-west hole into Apollo. That intersected 3.6 meters at 14.6 grams gold. That had a very high-grade thinner zone, 21 centimeters at 236 grams gold. There were multiple ounce type numbers, some wider zones through other holes. Hole 174B1 intersected 2.3 meters at 17.1 grams gold equivalent. In that case, it had some antimony associated with it. Some very high grades again, 0.1 at 109.7 grams gold equivalent in that hole. A lot more results that were impressive. I suppose hole 181 had a broader lower grade zone, so it was 15.7 meters at 2.5 grams gold equivalent, showing that these multiple higher grade structures coalesce over broader intervals as well. So some fantastic results there, demonstrating extensions down dip, extensions along strike, and like I said, they're predictive, so we're hitting them within meters of where we expect to hit these vein structures. We've got 10 rigs at site. There's 42 holes that are awaiting assays, and of course 10 holes being drilled at the current time as well. So there's so many results coming to the table now as we continue to demonstrate grade, increase the volume, and demonstrate continuity in this system. Southern Cross has got a very articulated plan. We've got those 10 rigs at the moment. We're drilling a 200-kilometre drill out in that core area over 1.4 kilometres from Apollo East to Christina down to a kilometre. We've got one hole that's still continuing at 1.5 kilometres beneath that hole, well, beneath the surface, 500 metres below the known mineralisation or drilled mineralisation to date. But 200 kilometres to drill out a significant maiden resource by Q1 27. That's a $60 million budget. We've also got $20 million, about a quarter of our drill budget, to drill regional drill holes that are outside of that core area that I just described. And we've reported 4 holes up to 700 meters along strike, where we've seen these dike structures and the architecture that exists along strike. Nothing of significance yet, otherwise we'd be telling you, but we're seeing and understanding how the dike continuity occurs and what we need to do to find the next mineralized body along strike. And of course, the big one is that we've got a $30 million budget for a decline, an exploration decline or tunnel that will start in the new year. Surface works will start in the new year, and then we'll be going underground by about at the end of Q1 next year. When that's built, that's a 6 to 7 month process. We'll be adding another 12 rigs underground to fasten that 200-kilometre drill out. We can drill much quicker underground with much less impact because we can drill 24/7 and add so much more. Drilling time is our greatest enemy here to drill out that substantial resource that we're heading to by Q1 27. So a very well articulated program. The company is building its organization to build this project, to build the mine. So we brought in a COO now, Ryan Osterberry, who had more than 10 years building and operating Costerfield, one of our great peers down the road. So he knows how to operate these thinner, high-grade vein systems in Victoria. He knows the antimony market exceedingly well. We've got other staff around us. We're bringing in metallurgists. We've got a CFO to manage the company finances. We've got a chief of staff to build out that organization. We've got a in-house talent coordinator to employ all the people that we're going to double the workforce over the next 6 to 12 months. So much happening now. This project has demanded so much momentum just because the results have been so great and so unique in both the gold space and the antimony space over the last couple of years, and we're not slowing down.